Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come
for developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation Salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come
for developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation Salon.
We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey here so for talk, but wetin dey happen? Political discussion.
You for know about Salon politics.
Religious messages, entertainment self no go left again.
We no go left nothing piano.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't
For
come
developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation Salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't
For
come
developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation Salon.
This na the team them where we dey talk, but
Sierra Leone political history.
defeating the lives of fake people.
Waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview, we go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say,
And we let we self and better Salon.
Here we like we serve and better Salon. So we welcome you to the 4th edition of this week program. We dey broadcast live now in studio na 48 Checkers State. Today the 22nd January 2026. And this morning we will get two fine gentlemen where we can talk on governance and accountability. They will tweet and be part of the conversation. Be civil, be respectful, or we talk on the issue. Send your comments or text to the platform where you watch with. Me your name na Maria Marie Biokej.
And your name na Elizabeth Kefuigembe. You within your host with the watch we. Make sure you share this live broadcast because we there for discuss about governance, the role of this particular government, how accountable the system there, and the rights where then they give to Sierra Leoneans like human rights and other justice. This morning we will be joined by two special individuals. A gentleman where in your name na Mike Berewa. Mike Berewa, we all know say na the head of communications na State House, director of communications attached to the president. And we go get Ibrahim Bai Kroma. Ibrahim Bai Kroma also na the executive director Citizens Rights Network Sierra Leone. We go discuss around this topic. This na the year of elections, electionary year. We want for see waiting His Excellency in governance or in presidency in day one power don't give the rights to Sierra Leoneans then how it don't tailor down within this year. We go discuss that. You self within our host. No say they watch you to Facebook and YouTube page. And also you will get the opportunity for sending text message on 076946948. This is our official line. You will send your text message 076946948. This number there on WhatsApp and regular text message. If you didn't host, be sure and be part of the conversation. We will take a quick commercial break. But before the commercial break, Mary, yesterday something remarkable happened where we talk about and we see the headway when Rugi and Marama Benji, they don't make peace. TikTok went on fire yesterday. Some say the piece na something else, but we don't call it here. Our page is monetized, and there are certain things we don't talk about here directly. So man be they say, Elizabeth, you know they this, you know they talk about controversies. We don't do controversies here. Here we talk about real issues. At the end of the day, it's what you cash out when months they done, not a waiting person they say about your platform. Because it's a monetized page and you get to be careful what you say and what you put on there. But TikTok was highly on fire yesterday with the piece where Maria Mabenji and Rugiatu don't do. So to you, what do you think about that?
I just want to send this message to all women. Let me let for pulling down syndrome from we the woman there. It's too much. In as much as we get harassment now, media or man them. But again, we as women now we get for support we say. Do ya a small plabber we will lead to all that thing. Let we left and remember say where you use media in as much as it is encrypted, now you get to data, now you get to phone, but be responsible for every right comes with a responsibility. Not say something where you know go get evidence or you know go get proof. Not just talk because you want for bully that person. Not just talk because you want for say something. Not just talk because you feel like say, oh I can talk and got scot free. Let we learn for respect we leaders. Let we respect ourselves and let we be mindful of things the way we see.
And one thing we I also see yesterday na CID we probably that go help the cyber crime in small on the inside. Now the use of phone where you go inside CID now, I see about 3 or 4 because me not be hold phone in hand, so nobody not be ask me for my phone. It was in my bag, and I know say it's not something that you have to do. So when they see individuals, they hold them phone, then they hold another hand. So that is something again when a sanity, then they try for bring calm. Now the police force. So congratulations to the cyber crime units where they don't begin to do that. Where you go, then see phone on your hand, and they pull and come out, and that's go also help. Bilkis?
Yeah, because I do believe say waiting make them they put some of them measures. They some man go get my record the conversation where they in house, and some of them conversation it's off the record, not the one where they need for come out now do. If they need them for come out, then they call a press conference and say this is this we want this thing out. But the mere fact they not call press conference and they put their measures in there. I believe saying a strategy is for let them see out and go pipe down some of them bad information the way they go out information when they don't want to go out, and it's a very good one. We just pray it continue for happen and other side the way loose then tighten them so that people will know what they do and know what they not for do.
Indeed, other side and way loose let them tidy. Be careful, be cautious who you discuss with, who you talk to, and who even you interact with, because the world don't become a dangerous place. A secret is only a secret when it stays within your heart, yourself, you one, and nobody else. Then it's a secret. But even when you tell a friend has a friend, not tell nobody. Oh, this what they can't tell you. Oh, now you know more. I don't tell. Now lie. You go don't tell past 10 people. We go take a quick commercial break and we'll come back. We go welcome we guests. Una stay tuned.
Do you want to enjoy the much needed fiber internet facility for both home, office, and business growth? Then Fastnet Sierra Leone is your answer. Fastnet SL Limited offers you unlimited network with seamless opportunity to surf the internet anyhow with an affordable money to pay for. Our service is fast like a flash, and our bandwidth is the best in Sierra Leone. With Fastnet, your internet doubt is over forever. Also with Fastnet, you will love to enjoy the world of digital reality as much as you can. We are service oriented, customer friendly, and we are here to give you the best out of the rest. We are located at Madungo Town, opposite Water Street off Congo Cross in Freetown. For more inquiries, you can contact us on 079-834047, 074-982-125. Fastnet, always connected. Do you want to enjoy the much needed fiber internet facility for both home, office, and business growth? Then Fastnet Sierra Leone is your answer. Fastnet SL Limited offers you unlimited network with seamless opportunity to surf the internet anyhow with an affordable money to pay for. Our service is fast like a flash, and our bandwidth is the best in Sierra Leone. With Fastnet, your internet doubt is over forever. Also with Fastnet, you will love to enjoy the world of digital reality as much as you can. We are service oriented, customer friendly, and we are here to give you the best out of the rest. We are located at Madungo Town, opposite Water Street off Congo Cross in Freetown. For more inquiries, you can contact us on 079-834047, 074-982-125. Fastnet, always connected. Do you want to enjoy the much needed fiber internet facility for both home, office, and business growth? Then Fastnet Sierra Leone is your answer. Fastnet SL Limited offers you unlimited network with seamless opportunity to surf the internet anyhow with an affordable money to pay for. Our service is fast like a flash, and our bandwidth is the best in Sierra Leone. With Fastnet, your internet doubt is over forever. Also with Fastnet, you will love to enjoy the world of digital reality as much as you can. We are service oriented, customer friendly, and we are here to give.
All right, welcome back to the program now, Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. This morning, like I said earlier, we go talk about, we examine the Sierra Leone governance system, human rights, and social services. We accept Mike Berewa inside the studio, but currently we get Ibrahim Bai Kuruma inside the studio. Ibrahim Bai Kuruma, the Executive Director, Citizens Rights Network, Sierra Leone. Good morning and welcome to Unity Broadcasting.
Good morning. I have the platform for having me.
Today is your today now you first made an appearance on Unity Broadcasting. You can tell we small how you knew year ago.
When I look at the landscape of the nature of Sierra Leone, the new year, pleased with me, because looking at too much of suffering of Sierra Leone's peoples, looking at suffering of the masses, the vulnerable, I don't feel so okay, because the new year not go well with me. But thank God for the life way upkeep me for facing so many challenges and also come on back.
All right. It's an individual perception. So Mango talks that they enjoy the new year, but to you, enjoy them. So we there for examine Sierra Leone governance system, human rights, and social services. Like I say, we expect Mike Berewa. Mike Berewa are the head of communications or communications director attached to the president in office. He go there as soon as a day on the way they come. So Ibrahim, now you don't see the nature of how Sierra Leone did. What thing that you view about the governance system, the human rights, and then some social services? What you go tell about this government?
Thanks. If maybe the person with the mark for the governance in this country for the 7 years in governance, I think say there be no standard. I will say this with all facts and favor, not favor, fear or anything. One of the things with the cloud always they say when you talk about the human rights aspect, my sister, when you see then also, say a lot of people, them statistics don't really prove them to you say we human rights system we so many they facing some challenges. How will they facing challenges? Because I know that's the question we ask. But they facing the challenges the way they come about. The masses that they suffer too much on. As you earlier mentioned, maybe this guy for talk about give some synopsis, the areas of the way you go at the cyber units, at the security sectors. When you look at any violation of that human rights side, let me tell you something. You don't get a right also when somebody is detained, you get access if you get access to communication. Right, but there is no provision or the way they put that side in at the CID. When they say if somebody then go raid some side, they catch somebody, then go put on a CID, then get access to communication, you will communicate with the people. That's not one part of the violation of the human rights. And what some of the things that we discuss for talk about, also the other aspects. Right, my sister also. We get things that are challenging towards also a government. Where governments also they look at say we the people as the citizens we get real responsibility to hold to the states, and also the states also get responsibility to hold to we. Now when you look at the aspects of the economic sectors on the human rights side, right, you see a lot of people and they don't detain in terms of the way they come out at the street for exercise the franchise rights in terms of demonstrations or other things. They not give them even permissions for make them demonstrate because of certain things like fuel road and this guy for talking the increments of fuels or other things sometimes in terms of economic issues so a lot of things they will they categorize they spells out in terms of the human rights aspect where they violate able to give way to also. Right, the access of I am looking at the breathing conditions of the state. How many comes they also they come and support towards the breathing environment aspects of the life system in this country. A lot of them other days. So a lot of things that they will need for talk about in terms of that. Even if you talk in terms of the human rights aspects, a lot of things they need for write home about, a lot of things they need for discuss, and a lot of things they need for narrates.
He says some day about for write home about what is it that you have to write home. or wetin you go write home about? To the ordinary citizen, wey say write home about wey na good thing. So which one are the good things?
Yeah, one of the things when we can write good home about, the president gets a list in visions, right? When people in the talk, he gets a list in visions. But that's not the good part of it. It will listing, but the implementing factors, right? The implementing factors not get anything for the ministers or directors or agencies and wait for regulate the system, but the president is a listing the president. When they talk about issues and they rise up on anything and the president say attack some of them thing, they talk. So many speeches and all listing that radio observation when the president they give references to them thing, so it's a listing. That's something that we have to write good home about.
All right, the program now Unity Broadcasting Morning Show with except my Berewa inside the studio anytime soon. So to you, in your view, if you say this government don't effectively meet any of them political and governance need them for a citizen, if yes, how? And if to you, why?
Well, a lot of things in the way government don't meet, and I will say yes. A lot of things in the way government don't meet towards the citizen. Lot of things that the way government don't need towards the ladies of the citizen. Wow. People in the cry so many things, them challenges so many things them. Right, looking about one of the main way people expect the government for looking out to. They come with the system of voting free quality education when there is no free quality education. When that's the flagship program of the government when it took over to power. Then looking at the masses where they suffer, the school people where they suffer.
What do you exactly mean by there is no free quality education where government builds?
Yeah, people's children and parents are still paying money for their children.
Government schools?
Yeah. We have facts. Yeah, but the fact is there. The right side wall. These are things they want only for the cast behind and put them behind the shadows. Right? Governments not will make some of their criteria and they. Up to now, people in the school beginning they pay. Parents and they pay school fees. Right? Forget the quality educations. Right? They say it's a free quality education, but there's no quality. The fee will not be sell. So it is better for the government for allow people and for pay school fees, then they get the quality of what they deserve, children they deserve. Right? Even the school feeding program, because they are all entitled to the quality. How many schools then? When statistics prove them out, even to the Ministry of Education, they prove about the school feeding programs. They prove them out. Say yet say. I know that's going to be a question. They prove them say yet say. Still people they not get, children they not get when they put on that food, schools they not get supplies when they put under that school feeding programs. They don't get the supplies. Go back and check how many schools they own. This is not a team for the try for say it don't at the world the right day.
All right, the program now Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. We just be joined by Mike Berewa. Mike Berewa na the communications director attached to the president in office. Mike Day follow we examine Sierra Leone governance system where they do with human rights and services where the government will provide to the nation. Good morning and welcome to Unity again.
Happy New Year, Unity Broadcasting. It's a pleasure to be here again this 2026. And my brother Mahmoud is his name?
Bye.
Yeah. Right. It's a pleasure meeting you. Good morning, sir.
Thanks you.
All right, so Mike, you just meet with the discuss around the system of governments, human rights, and social services. Whereby don't tailor down some of the things that we don't like about the governance. 7 years is a I fail, but to some pointers, is a the president thinks to write home about is he's a listening president. He said that's the only thing you could give as you meet in the talk. So in your view. You feel say this government don't effectively meet the political and governance need of its citizens? If yes, how? And if no, why?
We have President Biyo came into power 2018. His flagship program, one let me brother highlight and I'll just piggyback on that, which was education. And education, we all see it was a sham during APC days. We see a lot of ghost teachers, we see a lot of ghost rules. We see wearing students that pay for computer classes and never see computers. Some of us, we be unfortunate, I'll put it that way, for educate on the APC. We saw that. That's not something everybody knows that. Since for President Biyo kind of power, I look at it and say, with Taylor, we did an assessment across this country. All districts for right we People's Manifesto, not the SLPP Manifesto. Based on what? Say, if you want a country to move forward, people have to be educated. We'll do a survey, it will be disheartening for you understand, say, 3 out of 5 people in this country cannot read and write. So if 3 out of 5 people cannot read and write, they cannot make informed decisions. They don't even know what they need. They don't even know what they want. This country not will go before, no country not they don't go before where we're hearing the bulk of the population when are illiterate. So that is why we brought our People's Manifesto, our flagship program was education. This not a thing where we not take the same way education system is perfect. But also education don't pull and day, not today they gain. That is our argument. You can't tell us, let's speak to the records. You can't tell us say we're not going to get more picking in our way, don't enroll in education, the access to education. We've built over 1,500 classrooms across this country. We've trained over 20,000 teachers in foundational literacy and classroom methodologies. We've kept this, my brother, I just meet at the top of subsidies. Yes, it not means that because we delay for pay subsidies, that means we're not for pay. Government gets all of the priorities, and now they say teachers subsidies not priorities. But we keep paying these teachers their salaries. We keep increasing their salaries up to about 45%. We keep buying school buses for kids. Right? So they pay exam fees for them. Right?
When you talk on the fees, you make mention say this is the flagship program for President Biona being the free quality education. He say government schools, they are government schools the way picking and they pay. How true is that? Well,
we don't hear things like that. These are all my sisters.
So wait till I do not hear anything like that.
So yeah, it's still monitoring. I want you to understand, say the free quality education policy. It's a policy owned by the people, government for the people, by the people. One of the things our responsibility for government are for provide the resources, provide the source, provide the direction. But we me and you get a role for play, right? It takes from government down to teachers, down to parents, the PTAs, the Parent Teachers Association also get a responsibility for play. For example, my sister, let me put it this way. If government's not announcing, let no parents not pay school fee. Now free in a government school fee now free. Let no will they provide core textbooks there. Let no parents know if teacher can meet you for money, no ask them, no gear. But you still have certain schools and teachers and they will like individuals that will corrupt. What just a corrupt system? My sister, I don't see where government they even give materials, school materials then. You just see teachers and they take and they go sell and go guinea.
But we've been getting inspector of schools those days where they inspect those schools, right? Where they inspect schools around. Waiting una as government or governance in serving the people what una be don't do for long una able for help for curb some of their activities then. We una say their appointers say your government is a conniver.
Yeah, well, we know some government. We say government is broad, Miss Elizabeth. I go put up say we are taking actions. We don't see like the last time ACC people castigated Benke Fala for corrupt teacher practices. We can't wish him that we put them we don't see what about charge teachers in our court. We don't see people that were in the whole, even hospitals, people that were they sell drugs. We see that every day on social media. So we as government, now that we will do. We put the policies, where you go against the policies, we come with punitive measures there. But make sure say we hold you responsible, accountable for that. We're going to follow the due process. But one thing I want my brothers to understand here is I educate in America. You self-educate in America. If me and you sit down there, I will say, Lord, I highlight the problems within the American education system. We will highlight them there. No sign of the way government perfect. These are challenges on my brother they say. But we cannot be highlighting the challenges. Then we don't want to talk about the gains. We don't want to talk about the impact.
But Mike, your government came into power with the aims in a free quality.
Yeah,
it's still free, right?
It's still free quality.
So if it is free, but in your view, you feel say people then really they go about free, or your government has free?
It is free. So it is up to you if you the citizen also if you be a whistleblower, Elizabeth. It's the policy say free. Elizabeth, let me just put
parents are whistleblowers. Don't bring this to you. Notice say we are paying for all of these things. That's why I'm asking you again.
So that is why I
do you believe say your government don't fail in education? because of waiting them they say.
Failing education.
People are still paying.
In fact, our we education model. Look at the MCC report. You look at the UNESCO report. 95 to 98% of girls are finishing schools in this country. This is a model they are using to other countries. President Biyo sits at the high-level education policies in this world for them to explain to other countries them how they do it. I don't say education don't reach a perfect, but we agree. More picking they go school today, like how past them they go school. Access to education, exam centers, and they're all over the place. The quality in a process, quality, Elizabeth, quality, even Unity Broadcasting Radio here, every time I come here, I will see something added. It's quality not ever done. It's not ever done.
7 years along the line, you have 3 more years in governance.
So this is what I'm saying.
So what thing you feel say people go point at say the education was free and quality?
So the impact here, and how do I explain to you? So the impact here, you look at education access. Over 117,000 kids, it not ever happen in this country. 200% surge of picking and get access to education when they finish schools. When they get access, just this year, over 5,000 graduates from where? University of Sierra Leone.
Do they have jobs?
Yeah, but the jobs are there. The jobs are there. And they're not fitting them all. We are preparing them for the fourth industrial revolution. It will take time. That's why at the end of the day, you want to tell me, say, you got to wait for the jobs before you prepare the beginning. Some jobs you create them yourself. You go to other countries that are developed, sister. There are people who are entrepreneurs for themselves, and those are the soft skills and also where government is trying to improve. But just to talk about impact here, yeah. You get unemployment rates. You go say we all higher pass because the new World Bank report will come out to say we should be creating 75,000 jobs from the top of the job growth population ratio. We are not creating that. We're just creating 41,000 jobs. But with that also, you take a look at it. You have to look at what you get the students and go read. Yeah, you look at it sometimes. Let me say if you go read geography, you go read peace and conflict studies. You can get for be challenging also for you for let you get job. I never seen doctor when not get job. I don't see nurse when not get outside the womb. I don't see engineer when not get outside the womb.
People are still crying for pin code, my
nurses they go get job, you go engage, but you get pin code.
So the challenge in my sister is because the private sector don't look the boom how one let boom. Government is the greatest employer in this country, not to say for B. You go to advanced countries, you forget missions, them where they employ people. Catholic missions, NGOs, other people them for private sector for boom.
So if that are the case, I don't think not for blame people for waiting they read, but we for blame the fact that system no they for let people.
No, you get for blame people. You get for blame people also waiting to read.
Everybody where they go reading cause gets passion for that cause they again.
No, but it shouldn't only be about passion. It also has to be about how productive and how contributing you get for to the nation.
Mike, you talk about private sectors and the holy right there. You talk about private sectors. You believe say the private sector where they can for can establish, for can do business. You get that encouragement from your government where you go say like can establish, or then they discourage your government. They discourage them with a lot of told things where it will end up for even run away and go.
No,
how many institutions don't fold up?
No. Institutions are even booming. If you look at the mining sectors from 2018 to 20 now, we have I can list them for you here, we have about 6 to 7 added new mining companies that we don't add to the list, right? With even we come Marampa Mines was close, now we come Rejuvenator, you have FG Gold, you have other about a lot don't come to mining where they create jobs. We don't create about 17,000 at a senior mining jobs, no more alone. And these other people and the then jobs and they will go for my sister. They are going to look for people who are geologists. They are going to look for people who are, for instance, if Apple can salon today, Ben's garage can salon today, the camping factory here today, they're not going to look for who that study peace and conflict studies. They're going to look for who that study coding. They're going to look for who that study. So we as government, we have responsibility. I think we've not done much on that. Now for also tailor and help students them, give them career pathway. Yeah, one of the things my late uncle was very passionate about, the late Solomon Belewa, was this. If they take time they go to college and they talk to students them, on wetin you for choose, because the way the 24th revolution dey now, the way the new world dey, my sister, wetin make we go America? We all dey go do nursing. If you say all man wan do nursing, some man dey pray blood, all man dey go na medical field, because na there the jobs dey. If you go study international relations, you go America, you no dey get work. So we also have to look at that here. We all need that for help students that the CSOs themselves don't have get a responsibility for play, for educate students there. We as government for put policies, the link career pathway policies, where educate students there. Where you learn this, where you this you dey come. Because at the end of the day, even if you don't even work in this country, you can work on that side. Let me tell you, then the other thing that one feels students are lacking is soft skills. Elizabeth, you are here, I'm seeing some young people around. I will tell you, say that young people they are, but come the way again are graduates there. But probably not for this and go study in college. But some of them done, they learn how to use camera, they learn how to do graphics. Then these are soft skills. Where at the end of the day, a body but they must get 1 week done, they must get 100,000, 200,000. Tell God give them what they want. So you self as students, you can become an entrepreneur for yourself. You can create job for yourself.
All right, but you know you're rewaiting Mike Don say becoming an entrepreneur for yourself. So meaning that is what his government is pushing people to become entrepreneur for themselves. So you, when you look at the educational system, it's a lot than plenty thing. It talk about entrepreneurship. It talk about people that we don't come for work themselves or create job. As a CSO, if you say government don't create that enabling environment for individuals for really come and show up themselves, or say they will do business, or tighten up systems for them.
Thank you very much. One of the things we Aleppo Mike talk now, so we accept the fact, see they don't fail the nation. And failing, excuse me, Allah, make her just play something else. Excuse me. By saying that, excuse me, this is a dirty communist. But listen to me.
Did I say here? No wait, correct.
Am I protected? Please? Am I protected? Am I protected, please?
You are, with a question.
But I did not say that.
Am I protected, please?
Yes, you are 100%. But quick one.
Okay, let me go.
Rephrase that.
No, listen. I have something to say about it.
All right, then rephrase.
How can I rephrase something when I have not ended my statement? No.
Go ahead.
Let me end it.
Yeah.
Right. By saying that, it say, for himself, I quote from him. He say, when Indian land from America, now America will not stop this one land, right? Looking at the comparison, compare and contrast. The modernization of America, quality education, to that to Sierra Leone, right? So it's a sham.
It's you don't.
Right? So it's excuse me, am I protected? Let him allow me to flow. Yes. I have the mic. When he's talking, I say nothing. Right? So when he say the people at this country, right, based on the educational system we get at this country. Yet still, now 3 people out of 5, when they do the surveys, now 3 people maybe read the rights. 2 people that only read the rights.
Before 2018.
Excuse me.
Now the premise we make.
That the premises we make.
Don't do before they come.
Excuse me. For each and every word when I talk like so, I focus and listening, and I'm here to talk for the vulnerable people, the masses. I'm not talking as a political party, right? I'm also for talk for the vulnerable people. For tell the government, don't let them gaps, and the right say give them recommendations. That's why initially when I start when you ask the question, I said the president are good listening presidents. And I listen some of the things about they say. But there are some flankers when they give for tell the president the right things. And that's why some of us are CSOs. We need to speak the truth. Now, let me come to the point. Alright? If you don't compare, you don't contrast, you don't see the lapses and the gaps of the quality of the education as the more as all I've been trying to talk about, but yet still, he admits, say, they get some, say people parents still they pay for the school picking them. That's the only fact. They admit. So that's also a fail to the nations as a government. Right? He also accepts, say the monetary system where the government then look play upon them. They not focus on the monetary system because of one or two critical reasons. The reason they state them because they not focus on the monetary system. Those are all fails, laps and gaps of the government. Right? So when I talk, say you for tell me say for now the broad statement, I guess I'm trying to justify that because that's what we say. Right? So when we talk about now, you ask a question, my sister. When you talk about the sectors of this PIN code, but this Latimbe every day with the crowd still so. When I talk about every day we get graduate university students and people they don't go do courses, they don't come. Oh yes, we are expecting the private sectors for do more. But if the private sector they try for come inside, for help government for pushing some other thing, when taxes and other things and they influence on the people then, and if you say things on the right, also that there will be a slap to the government. Pushing some of them things there also. Let's go into the private sectors. So you see say the government going to work. They're going to meet at a spa road. This is a lecture for you, Mike. You will go back and consider them. So now all the time we talk about these issues about the payment. Now it's slap for them also. We talk about the SEC commissioner name and shame teachers them. Now the 23. When I pull a statement towards that, right? We get a government workers then, whether they embezzle government money, people and money, when they name and shame them. Let me give an example. Well, look what happened at the NRA. They decide to turn them back. And I'll show you up to now, we know the three people then. When it comes to education malpractice, teachers will pay as a government. When you satisfy the teacher, you will satisfy the needs of the education system. But you don't satisfy the teachers. How the teachers don't go corrupt. Looking at the government institutions where they are well paid of the same degrees, right? So when the teacher, when they are in the classroom, when they pay the amount of money, then they name and shame so they don't share. Let me fear about it. Prosperity get for every judgment accountable. Not what you do now. And for what you get for do. What you get for happen to you? The question you get for ask you. What get for whether heaven or hell?
All right, Mike, in your view, if you say these 3 years we don't left, your government will able for help out and bail out this educational system before we go into elections? Because currently in our electionary year, most of the things then where they happen on our elections.
The thing is, education is not even our flagship program for 2023-2020. We're focusing more on what? That don't mean say we don't forget about education. Meanwhile, I want to talk about impacts here. And it's like I tell you, this man's what I know you comprehend what I talk. Sometimes I'm too sophisticated for one. But waiting out they try to explain, let him understand clearly is this that every country, even America, where people put their education, if I say I sit here and look into the American education system, I will question quality of teachers, I will question quality of student aid. I will get something I will prove, I will talk with people that are basic Americans in grumble, but waiting at the tell you, challenges are there. I know they can't tell you say there are no challenges. Challenges are there. Already they make so these are challenges. You talk about NRA worker, we don't thief money. Lots of government appointee that in a civil servant. This government can meet and they.
So as well the teachers about to. What about the teachers?
Let me come, sir. Let me come. If an NRA person don't
what are civil servants?
If an NRA person don't bypass system, they don't thief money. Would they see the procedures where ACC? There is a public service code processes for go to for apprehending that person, for prosecute them, and that is what exactly ACC is doing, right? The teachers and that is what ACC did. You get people that shame and disgrace teachers in Kenya. The same process is anti-corruption. Try to understand how anti-corruption works. Anti-corruption also, they get preventive measures than what they take over.
Mike?
Yeah, no.
Mike, listen. Show me, quote me the side of the Constitution, quote me the side of the ACC Act that provide that evidence, that you going to provide that evidence.
Let me come. What you talk about? You talk about PIN codes.
You say, one of the things the man say, no, listen, it's simple. He say, now through the act, go for name and shame teacher. Which parts of the constitution they talk say for name and shame teacher, and also the ACC Act, which parts then you show me and there comes.
So now I say, I really want you, maybe you listen to reply, you don't listen to understand.
But you started.
Try for understand.
Okay.
So it talk about PIN codes. Elizabeth, with this government don't count, we don't add 14,000 new health workers to the payroll. As at the talk, so this year 2026, 3,000 new, then just open portal. 3,000 new. Like I said, my sister, government, it is a burden of government for employ everybody when they come out that college can play government employer. We wish government have those resources. We don't want to do that. We want to open the private space. That is why we have fairer policies. We have friendly reforms there for let the private sector thrive. And if as you don't name the private sectors, then we don't can the mining companies, then we don't can, they don't thrive. Now that this government, you don't see, we don't open factories there where they create job. Private sectors like the Sarco factory, the bread factory, the iron rod factory, other factories that are coming. Private hospitals are coming, they are employing nurses. So what thing I want to let people understand, and what thing I want my brother understand here, you as CSO, when you come and sit on radio or TV, you shouldn't just be bashing governments. What you do, you highlight who's think governments don't do way good. Then you prefer solutions. But now you find out that one of the things that where they deter democracy in this country, my sisters, let me tell you, even the CSOs in this country, they don't take sides. We are so being political and polarized in this country. CSOs, not anyone else where they talk. But who CSOs, they don't take sides. Newspapers, they don't take sides. There was a recent report we come out, WJP report we come out on governance architecture inside Sierra Leone. Then they tell you newspapers then, where they take sides, we just don't know for bash government, then they talk about what government they do. If you come here and sit here and say free quality education are a mess, then you're doing injustice to even the young people that when they go to school. You know how many gap picking that they finish school now when they get better? You know how many gap picking that they get access to universities? You know how many young people, quality, we keep improving it. The quality starts from even the teachers training. During the APC term, I don't know the UU teachers though. Untrained and qualified. What can the first thing we'll try for do? We establish it. Now we get, if you want to get a quality outcome, good learning outcomes, the first thing we need for do, train the teachers then when they teach the beginning. That is why we identified and trained 20,000 teachers. Today you talk about free quality education. You know how many teachers are on the payroll right now? You know how many teachers are they add? You know how many teachers are they get training? Not a weekend we don't begin to identify best practice teachers and when they give the award, Julius Mother View Award. Paddy man, won't go Sudan, won't talk small, not talk small. You can't just come and sit and bash totally free quality education. All other countries and they say, today you open Google now, you follow the algorithms. My sisters, they will tell you that Sierra Leone is making progress in education. All the authoritative reports when they come out, the Transparency International report, the MCC report on expenditure on education. You look, we are the serious government we can, one of the highest in South Africa. With government expenditure on education, we raise that to 21%. What do you want to talk?
All right, the program now Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. We discuss, we examine the Sierra Leone governance system and human rights, plus some social services. We're 7 years along the line, the bill-led governments or institutions for put in place for each citizenry. Mike Barawa and by the inside the studio where we discuss this. Now let me bring on some politics inside this. Mike, you feel say your government don't effectively meet the political developmental need for a citizen?
Yeah, we don't meet it fully yet, but we are on a trajectory to that. Yeah, I will give you the indices to that. I will tell you say we don't do all the we'll talk. Like I can say, manifesto na goal. Like what you can the dream we get for Unity Broadcasting. You've not reached there yet. If you want something, you get newspaper, you get more staff and all that, but you're working towards that every day, every time when I come. Try to work, I not be the uniform now, I don't see uniform. That's progress. So the same thing with our government. You can't tell us that we're creating jobs you can't tell us we're not creating jobs every year. We're creating 41,000 jobs in Odu. Is it enough? No. Do we need to do more? Yes. Do we need to build on that? Yes. You can't tell us we are not building hospitals, new hospitals across this country. Do we need to build more? Yes. Have we built enough? No. You know, can tell we say we not care about electricity in our places then where lights not ever day. We care about electricity where lights not ever reach Moyamba. We don't care about electricity. We say na Cambia where lights not ever day. We can meet electricity access to 16%, we don't double to 36%. Tell people that they talk about electricity, they take 1 week lights so they can. Now when lights can, I say the voltage low. We go 1 hour, say people they grumble because they don't used to one. So these are baby steps. These are progress. I know how long we look at them. Today, my sisters, then give anybody now, even anybody, we all now, then come and give 2 people. For now we get infrastructure with electricity, infrastructure right in this country, wherein we will get at least 80% access to electricity. We need over $2 billion for that infrastructure. We send them on the come on. We can't go to partners and go bigger. That is why President Bio travels a lot for talk to people and let them come. We want to come back to a race. So we are not there. We are not there. But one thing I want my brothers to understand and the people of this country to understand, we are on the right trajectory to there.
My saying, that is why President Bill travels a lot. Aren't you ashamed of saying that?
No.
For use the word, that's why President Bill travels a lot. And when you get the opposition or the ordinary citizen crying down that the travel is more of a burden on the nation, and you say that is why he travels a lot. Why use the word why he travels a lot?
My sister Elizabeth.
Is that travel really something where the ordinary citizen they enjoy?
Yes. That travel they build hospitals there. That travel they give scholarships to students and people travel abroad. That travel they build roads there. They build bridges and across this country. Elizabeth, one president they travel, no measure how much president use for travel and the benefits and what they can at this country. Yeah, I would love to come on your show one day and come and sit here. Let's analyze all the benefits and President Bill travel comparatively to the cost travel, cost benefit analysis. Now that for the top part. Yeah. So the brother sister first you don't answer. The free speech, this free space we get for talk right now, talk first time when they happen. You know they happen. Now CSOs and the last government and in the past living in this country. First say increase. Now you will see the old students when I just want subtext or where the text one lady. A text or WhatsApp forward, a woman, people demonstrated in this country. So if you look at even human rights records, you look at everything, we are making steps. Sierra Leone is not where it used to be. That is the argument. Measure us on our progress, not on perfection. They talk about that. We are not perfect, not continually perfect, but measure us on our progress. Have we made progress on education? Yes. Have we made progress on human capital development? Yes. Have we made progress on healthcare? Yes, because whopping 70% reduction in maternal mortalities. Not what we talk about. We don't vaccinate more people in this country, past ever in this country. Now this country is the first country where they don't roll out malaria vaccines, where they use as a model in this country. There's a lot of things to be proud of in this country. Don't sit on TV and bash your own country. Let's say it's so terrible to live and you're still living here.
Alright, but I put this question again to you. If you say this government, the Bio-led government, don't effectively meet the political and developmental need of its citizens, yes?
But initially, I don't tell you this year as we say, I think say the brother is late for can school. Like late for can school, because if they say it's 7:30, for them they say 7:30. I don't forget about that side. I tell them say one of the things when I talk last one, I talk say one of the things say the president is a good listener president, right? The president gets brave for listening, but the flag has him around and they deliver towards the president's expectation. Flying out there, yeah, the president they fly, and they fly for development, right? When I say, excuse me.
No, I just want to.
Excuse me. When you are talking, I keep notes. Allow me to flow. If you want me to screw you, I can screw you.
Okay, but let's go. There's no personal attack.
No. He said something else where he personally attacked me, right? When you talk about CSOs, if you talk about CSOs and say that some CSOs, let me check as a government under the SLPP regime, how many CSOs are there? Executive power. When they are the executive management. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me. Allow me. Right? Because if they talk about saying they take sides, when we are running our institution as independent institution, as civil society, a credible civil society, citizens like network, I quote, right? We the try to do things open to the public. They talk about the freedom of speech now. So, how many of CSOs, right? When they lock in the team, How many of journalists they will lock in the team? Look the like of it Night Watch newspaper, Alpha. It was detained close to 1 month.
Because
Excuse me, allow me. If you want to school, you are school you.
All right, let's.
Then secondly, we're looking at Babadi Kamara. Excuse me, Babadi. When we are talking about freedom of speech,
Hold on.
if they talk about freedom, I want just to attack this modern thing with me.
This conversation very civil. On Unity, we don't allow any school or anyone like that. Please, let's make it very civil.
Okay, let's proceed. Let me proceed. Right, you talk about freedom of speech, right? There is Babadi Kamara. They talk about for let them pull the government and the ECSF pull the results. They talk about man march demonstration, peaceful demonstration. Where you write to the police, Inspector General of Police for just a pass. They call out for question. It was detained. Just for them simple thing only. Now let me come to the question. I don't address all some of them things we come out. They are said to be come out. Now let me come to the question. Looking at a government, right, we're ready for work for the interest of the people. The first gentleman is ready for work for the interest of the people. There's something very catchy. If an institution or ministry or agency or department when we will soon pull out to the public, we get 60 of them, whether they see with the deputies, with the directors, with the permanent secretary, how you want President Bio for work towards the expectation of the people. That's the simple fact about it. The government, the people that want President Bio, His Excellency, put by the office of trust, they are not working towards the expectation of Sierra Leone's people. So that's why we said, if we are ranking this government as civil society, we give 45% out of 100 for these 7 years.
That's the way they blame, where people will then put in position of trust. No, they do the work. Who have for the blame?
Well, we never say everything when they get a cabinet and secretariat meetings. Everything they give to as a go. The president don't get so many times, as my brother don't talk, I also say the president get more time for travel. If they travel more time, right? You don't get time for look at some of the things. Then even though when they go see you for go talk, then they, excuse me. That President Bio no get time for going to Dove Courts. He no get time for going to Congo Market. Abacha. He no get all the time a day. But there is the Minister of Trade and Transport, they all get them time a day. There's the Minister of Fisheries, they get them time a day for going out, they don't waft them. Then they go and they see the reality things then. So that is why I say, and for me, by now, President Bio for us sack some ministers them.
If you they suggest to President Bio and you go to listen this, what are the ministers then when you go?
Well, we come out with reports.
Okay. So for
soon we come out with reports.
How effective you think Sierra Leone don't safeguard the human rights and for promote social justice within governance framework in perspective?
I think so. You talk about the human rights. One of the key things on it. If still journalists then they detain them, we see that's under freedom of expression. We see civil society then they lock them, right? We see people and they ask, they request for peaceful demonstration, they give access to them. We don't see them and it continue to happen. You see inside people them when they disrespect the rights like the judiciary. You see inside the very people them also they cry foul as a nation. So my sister, this na day everyday sitting, every day we dey get increment. So what they expect me brother and also Mike for say what they expect am if for no things that, and that is why also why they talk and they make recommendations there, they give recommendation to the government, right? We know they also for talk as civil society, we know well composed, we don't know what to do. We also place now also with priority what we hold towards the state for say we tell governments the gaps, the laps, we can't profile recommendations, but we put the country before because tomorrow we are all Syrians, now what the country we serve.
My how you think this current government system as Salongo promotes transparency and accountability at the highest level?
We're doing that. In fact, people keep using saying one of the weakness that this is small tool don't put press release now. Small, there has never been a government that is accountable equally to this government. Or continue to go. And especially with the aid of, saying that do no kind of power now in social media that can boom, awareness day, small thing on social media. So we try to be accountable. That is why we are a consultative government, right? That is why when President Biyu come to power, the first thing we do, we try to get a consultative conference. Humanity, where you call with whether the APC later, what's it not they go? President Biyu believes that he doesn't have all the ideas to run this country. They believe, say, everybody matter. CSOs matter, I believe, say, journalists matter, I believe, say, opposition matter. And I make it work with it. They work with other people. They say, can't work. You don't cost me, you don't do this, can't work, you don't work. Even when elections done, we don't know why APC pull that idea, say they win elections, they roll it. Then Tawa, the parliamentarians, I say they know they work. We buy them, we talk to them. I don't say we are coward because President Biyu believe in extending the public branch. They believe in reaching out to people. They believe so for work together. That is the essence behind the tripartite.
Well, we see when SNP just kind of power, they remove Boku people from positions there. You don't think, say, if you want to work with people, then if you don't understudy, therefore see that they learn from the people, and even if the assistants later then take over the job, then we see many people.
No, but other people in the way people then vote about because they were corrupt. It was during the APC time, this country was the most corrupt country on earth. The statistical reports.
But APC policy will tell you now, so when they kind of power, everybody when they meet with the former president, they allow them, they understudy them, they learn from them, then later they put other people in now.
Yeah, I want to see that record today, but so the very sincere, it's like if APC itself, even though they're not going for kind of power, it is until 2058. But if they kind of power self, who they can? I will not be director of communications at State House. You know that is very evident. We see all over the world. There is going to be a real, yeah. So my own point. Well, my brother make mention of something. We're very critical. I don't know if I will give me time. I just report on that. Okay. They make mention on talk about press freedom now. Say press freedom. Hey man, when they talk, now they do research. Now they cannot be prepared before they come on TV. Yeah. This country, people who believe in facts. If you take a look at press freedom credentials in this country, first of all, what's the key achievements and reforms there? The repeal of the criminal libel law. Now this country, now 2020, a major step for imprisonment and libel significantly boosting press freedom. We not get no political prisoner in jail.
But when I replace that with the cybercrime law,
yeah,
we're even more heavier than the first one.
No. You know what? Who said there was cybercrime law?
But this one, Salo, you don't know so overly heavy.
No, it's not heavy. Listen, it's not heavy.
Not trick.
No, it is not a trick. Now, how you look at it, how you interpret it.
So how did you guys replace it?
No. The cybercrime, we all need that. The cybercrime is not only just there for political opponents. It's there to protect your children. It's there to protect me, for protect you. You know what I mean? We don't see how toxic the cyberspace is now, social media is. You don't get to tell me. If that laws are not there for protect people, then they're not going to find people. Then they'll get a lot of predators now where they infringe people picking them. So cyber law for day. What any country was serious with the digital age where they now in for day. That opposition then they put another say, oh, I pull out, I bring, and they don't message dandy. Or name me one country where don't get cyber law. Some countries then even the cyber law protection is even stiffer. You know, we don't ever shut internet down at this country. Uganda, when they want to do elections, they shut internet down.
So
some countries.
Are you guys planning on doing that?
No, no. We're not planning for doing that. So you go for APC, they beat them. Like they sleep, they beat them hands down. They don't have the numbers to win elections in this country. Yeah, so that's not even something we
well, you don't get an APC inside the studio.
No, I just want the CSOs that know that. So the CSO also make mention of achievement. My brother, we climb 8 spots to 55th in the World Press Freedom Index. A positive trend over the years. That is something when you as CSO for celebrate. No journalist not in a prison as for 2022. So I don't know what you they talk to. National Information and Media Policy. Top notch in this country. Freedom of information compliance, we achieve 95%. I've got this authoritative report there. So like I say, we are not there. Challenges there for day. But no can you see that one challenge like you go to hospital, you see five hospital, they don't bill and they do well, then you go see the T-box sometimes, another T-box, no one they snap, then you can say, oh look at this hospital, I saw it there. No, let us as CSOs, you have a responsibility also.
All right, Mike, let's
Talk
look at
about the gains of what government is doing. Don't not just bash government. It makes you look bad.
Mike, let's look at the constitutional review. When I talk about power sharing, you believe say this go really hold water? The last time we get Mikhailo Kroma inside the studio, we say this power sharing all night way for end up for muscle few political opponents. Then he make mention of the C4C, we end up for turn LCPP. Make mention of the PMDC, we end up for turn LCPP. So in your view, if he say this go really hold water on a way when I just want to use as a G-mix.
I can say President Bio not God sent. President Bio is not a typical African politician. He's a very decent man. Yeah, and me argument we can always can say we're buying not to APC. I don't want to put in that category with that CSO. I'm not glad let APC man see there because they own get to look that. I'm gonna let us get by in view on that after you don't ask me or to last year a CSO perspective, what and think of that. But me can always say this power sharing thing, let left APC. After 2028, APC and then I'm going to push power sharing. Because when they will lost fully, they will want power sharing. But why power sharing is important? We don't see this country, my sisters. Majority of the thing that will deter progress in this country are politics. We've been politicized. Everything is politicized in this country. If you take a look at it, even forget about CSO, Sephora mentioned with Manvex, even then look small associations there. Student union politics all now. Politics on kind side. You will see if two student union in the team, this is SLPP they support to, this is APC candidate to, and they can just see by Aikola, AKK they post one lady where they run for Aikola, student union president, you don't know whose college and the law supporter. So you take a look at charcoal sellers association, then they make election you go see red and green card. So you find out say whose person don't become so toxic, it don't become so polarized, it don't become so political that you know they talk to yourself. You know they talk to you know it is sad that it is like that. You go carry Sidon now, some people just not because by their name. Some man go carry Sidon just because his name by Kamara, right, sir?
By Kuruma, Ibrahim by Kuruma.
Ibrahim, because his name Ibrahim by Kuruma. When I see so, everyone categorize as this man at APC. Because I didn't bury SLPP, you know they talk to. So even social media, you see how common. So one of the things where I believe say
you know to SLPP.
No, me, but you're not in agreement with me as you say Barra talk loading, then they say SLPP.
So like people know they lie.
No, but in the general, not in most cases, not the generalities are the key. Not only own case or buying own case now, but you find out even stations that will categorize these stations in this SLPP station, this station, an APC station. So the reason why this power sharing is important, if I can come to that, are close to that, it demystify all the things I want to talk about. So it bring down tension.
So why wanna be most C4C? We don't join on all PMDCs don't join on. So you not believe waiting?
No, we not force people them for joining you. Now we don't have power. We're not a big person for joining you. We're progressive. We policies are very progressive policies. If you look at the 5 big changes, we tell about to sustainable development goals in the world. Yeah, when you look at fit salon, you look at public service architecture, youth employment, you look at revamping the public service. You look at tech and innovation, but that's the one they look to. So anybody who want to be progressive, you go join the Sierra Leone People's Party. If you sit down behind, it left to you. We're not the force anybody.
So why the power sharing and now? Why not when the MPCB they say hey, we don't feel like this was not genuine, this is that? Why would not do it all along?
If we do ourselves, who can 2018, who win, we do an APC for us still say 2023 and they win election, they will always have a story. When we look at how economies are going, we look at our trajectory, we study things the way they go. We'll see how toxic the 2023 elections be, how violent it was, how hateful it was. Yeah. So after that, we don't want to let this country continue like that again. President
critics then go say now because we want for retain power or we want for enjoy a bit of power when tomorrow probably let's say we lost the presidency seat and that make we create all the umia.
My sister, we are not going to lose presidency. Yeah, we are not going to lose elections in this country. We have the numbers. When you take a look at the whole districts in this country, we don't need to go and campaign in Moyamba, we don't need to campaign in Bo, we don't need to campaign in Kailan, we don't need to campaign in Kenema, we don't need to campaign in Kailan, Kenema, Bo, Pujem, we don't need to campaign in Bont. These are solid electoral block votes for us as SLPP. Yeah, Kono is what is moved, it's up for grabs. Kambia, Kwendu, with the Jigijagadi. So if you put the numbers, yeah, you put it on paper, yeah, Freetown now, Freetown percent, now 30% will get now, Freetown now, will they go to close to 40. So if you put the demographics on paper, there is no way APC will ever win elections in this country. So that is not what we're talking about. We know say this country here, we want for the progressive.
Mike,
we want
APC, for APC not there inside the studio.
No, that's the question when you ask for elections. Okay. So now that I just can see.
Let me ask this question again before we take a quick commercial break. The constitutional review, if he say that this it could be sustainable, we're looking at the Sierra Leone landscape of politics.
One of the two things, even though the APC not here, so but we just want to highlight on what thing Mike saying so. One of the things we for the consider as political parties, instead of having power sharing, let them focus right on shadow governments.
What do you mean by that?
Fine. When you have a shadow government, when they go into election. When we are going to elections, right, both the SLPP and the APC or other parties that will go into the election, who happen to be the winner, right? From them, even individuals of them, small political party or the other political party, will sit in government, will sit now in the parliament, right? They also get to form a shadow government. Those shadow governments should be a pressure group for the government where they talk the reality things. When we talk about power sharing, it's as if like losing, when they don't lose. Right, the seats. When the sitting government don't lose the seats, taken by another political party, they want try for gain attraction. But there is when you get a shadow government comprised of different political parties, right? They form the shadow government. It will be a beneficial. I think so that's a food for thought for both political parties. That's for the excuse me. Right? Now that's for the focus and consider as political parties. Forming a shadow government is better than power sharing. So right. So that power sharing, we totally disagree with when they talk about power sharing.
That power sharing, is it not that shadow government where you talk about, is it not something we go told more on the people of Sierra Leone? Because why you go get other people for put all their own system in place, then your government putting all the system in place? Is that not something we go told more on?
No. When you're looking at a shadow government,
how you feel
when you're looking at a shadow government comprises of different political parties. Right? Not for one. A power sharing, you look at one political parties. Right? Shadow government, you look at different political parties. You will agree for a lot of service. And we will not agree. We disagree for the benefits of the nation. That are the shadow governments. Right? But entirely, a power sharing containing, because of they don't lose the seats or the government, right? They don't get positions then will totally be an obstacle for another government. When they make the government not go to sit. Excuse me. Now two things are big. I'm doing two things also. It is better we have a shadow government than we have a power sharing. Towards my opinion. As CSOs. Right? So what's my opinion? It's better we get a shadow government than we get a power sharing. Excuse me. When you're talking
like the morning show, we take quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll get this next set of questions, and we will take some text messages. We'll also expect the studio guests then for let them answer. Wanna stay tuned.
Do you want to enjoy the much needed fiber internet facility for both home, office, and business growth? Then Fastnet Sierra Leone is your answer. Fastnet SL Limited offers you unlimited network with seamless opportunity to surf the internet anyhow with an affordable money to pay for. Our service is fast like a flash, and our bandwidth is the best in Sierra Leone. With Fastnet, your internet doubt is over forever. Also with Fastnet, you will love to enjoy the world of digital reality as much as you can. We are service oriented, customer friendly, and we are here to give you the best out of the rest. We are located at Madungo Town, opposite Water Street off Congo Cross in Freetown. For more inquiries, you can contact us on 079-834047, 074-982-125. Fastnet, always connected. Do you want to enjoy the much needed fiber internet facility for both home, office, and business growth? Then Fastnet Sierra Leone is your answer. Fastnet SL Limited offers you unlimited network with seamless opportunity to surf the internet anyhow with an affordable money to pay for. Our service is fast like a flash, and our bandwidth is the best in Sierra Leone. With Fastnet, your internet doubt is over forever. Also with Fastnet, you will love to enjoy the world of digital reality as much as you can. We are service oriented, customer friendly, and we are here to give you the best out of the rest. We are.
All right, welcome back. The program now Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. Mike Berewa, Head of Communications, attached to the President in Office. And we also get by Wayne, this Executive Director for Citizens Network, Sierra Leone. We therefore talk about we examine the governance system, the human rights, and the social services where the Bio-led governments don't create inside these 7 years. Based on that, we will pose a question also to Mike Berewa. Mike Berewa, you believe in equal justice or equal treatment? One of the leading APC Flaber winner, Jagaban, is repeatedly they complain about your government that then they mistreat them. He carried some bike, police, then stop him for letting us assemble bike. He try for do some activity, police intervene, say he not get clearance. You believe say the government ready for create a level playing ground?
That is not true. Quote me here on the Unity Broadcasting Online Television. Again, Mike Berewa, Director of Communications, Office of the President. I personally take phone, I call Jagaban. Jagaban gave me number. I talk to her on phone. I say, me man, I say, I see on social media, I say, they stop you for letting you not bring bikes them for assembly. I say, no, nobody knows. Stop me. Cut me. Here, cut this piece and put it. The pieces here. Now Jagaban tell me, say, now we self be blunder. They say, because we not go through the right procedure. We not inform the police before they go gather. We not inform the land ministry, the trade. They say, so that's not happen. They say, they just stop me. They say, I go through the right procedure. And I tell them, closing me in the top. Listen to text self, now talk me in top. I think I be Twitter self like one of my page during that time conversation I put them up on social media. Now I tell and say, I'm here. I said the president, my president were very inclusive. They embrace anybody who is a Sierra Leonean where they try to do business in this country, when a legit business. I say, and where they touch the lives of people in this country. I say, so if you need any help in navigating that, knocking doors through ministry, I say, don't hesitate. Jagaban, I'm here. Call on me. So that rumor, I just want to let people understand, say, our government, if they can do something, our government will stop somebody, say, the one cow bosses, the one cow ferry, whose government with the right senses will stop, so let them not counter. At the end of the day, if people still don't want to vote for you, they will not vote for you. If people want to vote for you, they will vote for you. So we, now a government will believe, say, we don't see people that want to do things in this country, we'll not ever stop them. Yeah. Then the other time back will happen. I see people go for go share medicines. I see police go for go stop them. They are in one field because also they don't follow the right procedure. Now medicines they give people them as citizens of this country. One of the social responsibility as a government are to protect the citizens them, not to do. So if anybody they go shape medicine, give citizens them. We for try for no force if their medicines are potent. We for try for no their medicines and the possible they give them medicines and this person are trained and qualified person. If for try for know if the atmosphere ideal for the medicines, then if the medicines are really potent and safe for consumption. So we as government get responsibilities, yeah, and then responsibility. And besides politics, no politics, we get the honors for make sure say we protect the citizens of this country.
So you can you able to highlight for me any recent initiative we don't be done by the government where they aim at strengthening accountability and governance? A
lot. Everywhere you take a fiscal policy. Yeah, you look at the tax policies that we put in place. Don't forget my sister. Say,
how we did?
So don't forget my sister. 2020, to early 2024, inflation rate go up to about 40 something to 50%. Was the highest in Africa. The policies that were put in place, you don't see the treasury bills percentage don't come down. That it takes a government to borrow enough again. And the policies that were put in place, you don't see inflation don't come down to all the way to about how many percent? It was like single digit now. You don't see how rice prices don't they come down. Yeah, even though it need for come down more than. You don't see how production don't go up. The way we produce rice don't go up to 8%. We don't see how WFP, World Food Program, who what now do see. The school feeding program, all this mean brother, they criticize, why I meet up, they criticize, 15 districts, them, they feed beginning at this district. WFP people say, they when they start the school feeding program, 90% of all the yes, when they buy, now abroad and they pull out. They say, but now, it's about now only 60% that they buy. So 30% now, then they purchase it from local farmers. Then, this is just 1 year of feed salon. So you imagine now a feed salon, it's 2 years of feed salon. You imagine feed salon take 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, waiting to achieve. So that is why we tell the people, the policies that we have, the reforms we have, even when you take a look at the budget where the finance minister presents in the parliament, how they call it poor people budget. Now budget, when you look at them, I mean, brother and CS, so I don't know if you don't eat them before you hire. But if you look at that budget, they will tell you, say, it's all people centered, it's all people centric. It's about strengthening things and policies then where they affect people directly. Okay. Medications in hospitals, powering solar systems in hospitals, paying nurses well, paying teachers well, paying police officers well, the social safety nets, giving money, direct money to people, pensioners. We don't increase the waiting, the minimum wage. Oh, it's still small. I know they tell you say it's enough because for let you pay somebody 1,200,000, it's still small in this country. Yeah. But let people look at the intent. We hope we go get money for do all. Now what we meet in this country? Okay, we meet all thing.
So lastly for me to you, how you think say government they plan or which measures they put in place for foster greater civil engagement and responsive from the public institution?
If you take a look at that, we don't have now we establish a whole ministry for civic. I tell you how serious this government is. One of the things that the credit will take away from the Minister of Information, we see in civic engagement and what they do. Not at only city levels. They go all over to tell people the voting government they do. Consultative, we see what they talk about. This PR stuff, what they talk about, the constitutional review. As they talk to you, so the Attorney General and all the time. When they see where they post and they go chief them, they consult them. Say, now this one for do, now they want to say, they bring their opinions. So, one of the things you can take away from the government, we are very consultative. When they work with President Bio, like I rightly say,
you take into consideration the feedback or response.
Oh yes,
because it's not about listening; it's about you doing what in the people.
Oh yes, would they take a lot into it? Would they take a lot? Even social media itself. When I can see what they criticize on social media no more, people think we'll come back and revert. That's what we believe. This governance. We don't have all the ideas. Yeah, we don't.
So
we want to listen to
your government is always reactive, not proactive.
No, well, that's not the case. You call it
that. When they criticize on they can. So many they come for.
So that's proactiveness also.
React.
That's also proactiveness. That's proactiveness. Because if the people say, okay, this is what we want, you act towards them. It's proactiveness, by Elizabeth, right? So, I mean, let's say government trajectory changes after. Like what do we 5 game changers what outlined there. We not ever think about say COVID hooker. Bam, COVID hit. Disrupt supply chains. Disrupt production. The whole world go to siege. And then not be the planning no. So imagine how it will be they give subsidies to school, that people that they die now, therefore plan back. Forget emergency response. Now money. Other countries are back the first one because it was a pandemic, other countries that they affect. So what am I saying here, Elizabeth? Government trajectory changes. how times they go. You can't have sometimes, you look at what's in the trend, how the media landscape, then you decide for change the trajectory. But that was not part of your initial planning. So what am I saying here? Our government is determined. President Bio is a very consultative president. Very consultative. President Bio, they consult everybody. You go see say no they talk. He will consult the directive, say, well, when I go listen to them people, they are waiting and say, no, go buy them. And that's what we believe in.
All right, but I'll ask you the same question again. Why should it's like for wrap up? If he says citizens then get equal treatment, like they mentioned one make about Jagaban, you don't do the clarification, but you feel say as a CSO under this bill-led government, citizens have equal treatment.
One of the things you don't get from inside, as you say, I just go for the objective where they are as well as civil society. You get from in the mic inside, saying personally call Jagaban, and that's the response from Jagaban. So you also forget the size for go get Jagaban in your side. So let me just push away that thing there, right? What do you really expect, right? A good listening government, right? You get for the listening to the good things and way the citizens request and give response to that. As I only mentioned initially when I started now, so I say the president is a good listening president, right? He got a vision for Sierra Leone, but the flankers wouldn't be around them that then they cause this problem with Sierra Leone they lead to, right? And I also measure say I dey expect the president for them pull some ministers in out of the job
So
right now, right? No, I tell you, so when the time reach, when we pull the reports, we get 6. Yeah, when we pull the reports, you dey see the facts them. You dey see the facts them.
Who do you feel they can?
You dey see the fact after we report, and we report will come up soon, right? And the other things when the brother is trying to talk about, he talk about the WFP in terms of the school feeding program. They talk about 100% now 60% when they get out from the local. But how through make him back go and check how through the monitoring systems, if them 30-60% where WFP they, if they reach to the people them within the school for the school feeding programs.
Okay.
You understand? The other thing where I make it known to them, when are some of the things that we excuse me.
Back.
Excuse me, we they raise the red flag. Then I'm not gonna hesitate for share my personal things them with you and my office open for any information you need, I will give you. For as a supporting, right? So what you going to try for talk about for the people them, the listeners, the viewers who they listen to me, right? We responsibility as civil society. We there for talk for the truth and be objective. We say we see government to do progress, we talk am. But also we see the gaps and the lapses. Excuse me, I talk about so many progress. That because of the late for school.
No, you're not.
You can also you late for school.
Let's forget about this.
So what's in it here?
Go to the question. You believe say this government individuals get equal treatment? That's not the question.
No. When we are talking about equal treatment here, so right, a lot of people in there we don't facing challenges, right, by this government, right. When we are talking about if let me to count it all. Out of 100% is 45%, 65%, right? 55% will not get equal treatment.
Okay, so lastly for me,
so 45% they are working at them.
Civil societies go engage with government for collaborate more effectively for advance human rights and social justice across Sierra Leone as a country.
Well, it will be shocked to you, like how my brother talk and also, right? Some civil society and some journalists, they have been moved by brown envelope, right? So it asks for settle, right? For know the exact CSOs. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Am I protected?
Everything's politicized. Thank you. Excuse me. Right? It hurts for the government will listen to institution a civil society or journalists where they think objectively, right? Wait for count a response and wait for count proper solutions, right? But there is somebody who dey important. It gets young people them where everything go want for they talk, that for waiting will please them, not waiting the people in the expect. So it's difficult, but some of us the institution will open up.
So majority party bad or good, who that they in the majority? We can't believe we get a lot of journalists and a lot of civil society activists there. So
well, actually they say we are standing for the justice. We are 30%. We are 30%. Yeah, we are 30%. We are standing for objective analysis. We are 30%.
So no gets no political undertone or
we don't have political. In fact, we don't want political undertone. We don't want brown envelopes.
No.
Right? We citizens like network and some of us other civil societies.
So still
that we believe they are credible.
30% will collaborate more effectively for
our doors are open for government also. Right? The doors are open to MDAs and doors, institutions them. We open.
But sometimes they say most of them here one of the points to the government. Now because una want get at a round table discussion, we say una only come out. You believe that?
But look, we don't need for going at the round table. We get lots of platforms then. That is why we have the social media. At the people put me phone so. Right? They video me. As I talk some of the things they want to people and get a viral. See, S is objective. S is the reality things.
So a round table probably give you some few envelopes. Would you take it?
Round table? It's only go on the round table. We go only when government go on the round table. Objectively, if the idea to some of the things that we are say, we will please the citizens of this country.
All right, Michael, I put this question to you. Why so the roundup? This would be the two questions I put to you, and I probably need one or two sentences on that. You believe, say you government, you go consider your government as a failure if they do elections today. You believe say we're going to win?
We do elections. We do elections right now tonight. We win. We do elections anytime we win. We have the numbers. I just outlined the demographics for you. Yeah, the people of this country, 2028 Elizabeth, are going to vote on what? They are going to vote on the bridges we've connected, the markets we've linked, the communities we've illuminated, we want power, light, the picking them over the school fees for. These classrooms, the 1,500 classrooms, and who don't be. Yeah, people most times, let me tell you one thing, people most times they look at social media for judge government. Because when you look at internet penetration in this country, not just not the city they. And not they're all over, not the city they. So, but the bulk of the people, we have 8 million people. How many are in Freetown? They're not even reach 2 million. The bulk of the people that they apply. Now them would they carry social services to. The one them all they build hospitals for. The one them all they build schools for. The one them bridges them all they connect the markets to. Yeah, now then go vote for you. So today then put mocks my yeah. We'll win elections again.
Now the last one for today, how you go tell citizens about any of your government in failure, and if we're not done ready for make amends, waiting at some of the things they wanna go do for less Sierra Leone and the election.
Why you not go say I go tell citizens about the good what they do?
No, well you go do good, but there is one or two failures. So for the failures,
well, we not call them failure, we call them challenges.
Okay, the challenges. What are the challenges? How wanna go make this amends?
So we are working on them. There are challenges. There are funding challenges. Certain things and they now money will not get for one.
So it still continue to be in the pipeline.
Yes, challenges, but we don't do a lot. We don't show intention. Say we want for one. We don't show intention. Say we want for electrify this country. Let this country be. I call them energy sovereignty, energy independent. We don't see what they build 108 megawatts plants now. You see, independent and they won't pay net. We don't see how. We don't see how they bring solar grids in this country for make electricity cheaper for people. It's active. We don't see how they build hospitals in this country. We don't see how build hospital in Akono, Maternal Center of Excellence. We put $7 million. They partner with partners in health for make sure maternal mortality reduced in this country. You don't see how they build universities in Akono. It is happening right now. We dey build hospital na how you call it, Kerry Town. It dey happen right now. We dey build hospital na Usai, na Boyamba. It dey happen right now. It's not what they say. It dey happen right now. So this is why I'm telling people say today self then give we ilaku get money, we get $2 million, $5 million. Bang. We get her. We not able light salon, the whole salon inside 5 years. Elect the money there. I'm not gonna say the money all day now. Because you get for building infrastructure, you get for transmit lines there, you get for build powerhouses. It will take time. I'm not gonna say the money there now. We don't go spend the money. That's why Elizabeth President Bill said 2026, now a year of action. A year of action, Usa Eagles, no say, rest prices will come down more and more and more. A year of action, Usa Eagles see more hospitals, decent hospitals in this country. A A year of action inside you go see more bridges than what they connect towns and markets. A year of action inside you go see more roads than what go pave. A year of action inside you go see communities go get schools, they go get nursery schools, they go get their own systems and when they will be rely on. A year of action inside will give more seeds to farmers. Recently, let me just break this to you. We've registered 300,000 farmers in the farmers registry. We are going to train them. We are going to give them seeds. Inshallah, feed salon go boom.
Mike, let me, this is aside. This is actually aside. Because not that we can't discuss now. We can't discuss about constitutional, we can't discuss about how we go, the governance system for me. But this is really aside. In politics, I don't see say, people don't see say you are more active than governance. And you are projecting a particular agenda, which is the IBEMA agenda and the KKY movement. Which of these two do you really align with?
Well, I align with anything we're good in this country, any policy we're good in this country, Elizabeth. Yeah, I align with everybody. Anything we're good. I don't forget to say, and when you talk about IBEMA, you have to understand, say, I have to support the First Lady of the country because the First Lady in office is an extension of the office of the President, and I served under the office of the President. So anything the First Lady they do, by mandate, I'm the Director of Communications. In fact, I cover all the communications architecture within the First Lady in office. By mandate, by extension. Yeah, so I'm a supporter. You will see me go to support Kande because Kande in office, when I pick by CREF, na extension office of the President. So if anything Kande they do, when na something na president initiative, I mean they call it presidential initiative. Of course, I'm there. So people will misinterpret them. Other political pundits will misinterpret as, oh, this na ID na. But one thing I want to let people understand here is this: I am SLPP. A political appointment I get.
If there is any conflict of interest, wherein the two individuals in one fight, who say you go lean more of your weight?
What who say?
If there is any political conflict,
which two individuals?
Let's say the IBEMA camp one for raise up for presidency and the KKY movement one for raise for presidency.
Mama, at the end of the day,
and you they
no. At the end of the day, we get primaries. I will support anybody in this country that emerges as a flag bearer. In fact, let me tell you, Elizabeth, when we get our flag bearer, I will be supercharged for promoting that person their agenda. And no matter if that person I don't be even expecting some president. That is the spirit of the SLPP.
All right, the program now Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. We go read few text messages. This was just an aside because Mike is always politically charged. We never had an APC in the studio, but it been a politically charged system. So we bring on some politics inside. I will start with due to time. I only read 2 text message from we regular text message and 1 WhatsApp. We get with regular texter Mary. She's very glued to Unity. She's one of the best ever. Where I don't see as supports to Unity. Now, boy, the text form. He said, Mike Berewa, your government has failed us. In my own opinion, this is my opinion. I repeat, if Sierra Leone is to be better, let's forget about power sharing. Tell Bill to stop traveling. If only we can put all the monies he's traveling with into one basket, that alone will feed the war wounded, as he just proclaimed and call the nation to remember that January 18 is a day of remembrance for the fallen heroes. That is what my advice will be to you. Might pass it on to the president if he's a listening president, like Bai said. Let him listen to you. This will be a good thing for Sierra Leone. That's now Mary from Bo. They read this. Joseph say, oh my bear, in a talk man, any side where if you want talk pass in comping them. See where they they allow buy for make a talk. Mike, do you go the tone and down? The other time I see in a liberty, you almost want fet another person. Why you always they do this? Do you and I beg me, I they beg you. Sometimes let we answer the questions where the people then go understand, not jump over anybody. But again, I enjoyed the conversation. It wanted to be high, but it was a little bit educative. Thank you to Bai. I see that you are coming up, but try to understand more of the issues so that you can relate it to us to understand well. Now to try if I had to give you a measurable passing mark, Mike scored 65 and you had 45 as your own. Well, me don't know whether than 35 you want me, you're going to say 45. And the last one I will read from we WhatsApp message. Unity Broadcasting, this is a shame for you to allow these two individuals to set themselves ablaze. This is not good. Don't be like other platforms who allow people to set ablaze. To my understanding, your conversations have always been very, very civil and people do enjoy it. Today is not one of those days for you to allow Bai to speak over Mike, Mike to speak over Bai. Anyway, but again, una try, una thank you. Now Mike not a give chance. That man not talk a man. So anytime you get out of the studio, try for drink coffee so you go wake up for the talk today. Alright, that is that the message and worried.
Okay, for messages we come on Facebook. This one is say Mike, even the spelling of your name is false. This is for Mike. Why are you advocating for this system when you really are aware that the government is paying you well? How much government pay a single office at State House like you and the teachers are in the classroom? Mike, how many jobs? How? And this one they say, are you in point? Civil society activists die, but how can you mitigate corruption in the education sector? And again, this one they say, Mr. State House worker, this is for you. How does the government justify the success of the free quality education program when teachers, the backbone of the system, remain poorly motivated, underpaid, and inadequately supported, whilst other government officials continue to enjoy improved salaries, allowances, and living condition? And this one they say again, this is for Mike. Budgetary priorities and accountability. Can State House explain why significant public resources are allocated to the comfort and welfare of senior management officials, yet teachers still struggle with daily salaries, lack of teaching materials, and poor working condition under the free quality policy? Again, this question are for Mike. Impacting the learning outcome. What assessment has the government conducted to measure how low teachers' morals and inadequate incentives are affecting learning outcome, discipline, and overall quality for free education system? And this one they say every opposition political party is a shadow government. And this one they say, Mr. CSO, I'm really sure you are here to talk on the issue, but political attack. My question is for you. What press release is all about? Were you talking about from the being of the program? T1 say from the beginning of the program. So basically, that's not the messages that we come for.
And the last one is the elections today. SFPP go win, and because okay, we're not going to that.
Right. So it looks like most of the questions are for me, but if I can start, first one, Mary, listen, I just want to get that privilege. Thank you for following Unity Broadcasting and keep doing that. But Mary, President, you need for travel. The work of a president, the paramount responsibility of a president in today's geo-economy. President Biona is the chief diplomat of this country. President Biona is the chief negotiator of this country. Inside President Biona go a reach, minister not able to go reach them, ambassador not able to go reach them. Waiting me and you for the talk, waiting for acts. We say let them keep all that money. President Biona go for war wounded land. I appreciate that, but maybe if I understand, say. Not to war wounded lands, war wounded people that know. Now the only need is we need more hospitals, we need more schools, we need electricity. These are billions and billions of dollars. Where government service government not going to raise them money, the people are going to pay taxes for get that. Even in mining, what they do not going to do them money. The only way we're going to do them money then pass to partner. Now the partnership build that hospital at Kolo. Now the partnership they build that hospital at Moyamba. And the partnership they build that hospital at Kerry Town. And the partnership build that hospital inside na lovely na children hospital all them thing there na we don do in case we don make say but na woman no dey die hard dey die again we don make say pikin no dey die hard dey die again so president bio for travel that travel wey dey travel e dey bring partnership together e dey make more party dem e dey make the country e dey bring resources even that airport bill so that fine airport bill that bunge and the travel wey president bio wey go talk na dey go negotiate for the partnerships can let them do the build operate transfer model so if I can answer that question that I want the other thing the person talk about be pay na state house he say the pay wey dem dey pay me dem go pay me pass teacher but my brother no talk to me no more any side of the world then they pay whether they work na White House pass teacher I don't know why they do that but that is what it is this teacher thing wey people dem dey talk to wey dem make some people dem dey talk more for get sympathy I come up from a teaching family I want you understand say Mrs. if I teach I get a B certificate in teaching I teaching was my first job but don't forget say the same teaching wey dey talk about so this education wey dey talk about we don construct over 1,500 classrooms we don buy buses for picking them we don increase teachers in salary we don train over 22,000 teachers across this country on best practices we don recruit over 12,000 new teachers from 2018 to 2025 we don recruit over 300 education monitor officers dem across this country so e no mean say we even get prizes we don give scholarships to teacher pikin dem the best pikin dem let dem go college wey dem study STEM we give dem scholarship so it's not like President Bio don forget teachers in this country in fact I go tell you say this government don give more respect to teachers dem ever than any other government wey don carry this power na Sierra Leone so if that dey answer your question I would say the other person say but we impact assessment on I think free quality education and they try for talk about that there is a survey that is going to come down on the mid-term development plan wey MODEP dey do we dey wait for that survey day we are in the one for assess the free quality education my brother they are CSOs na that's dem for dey do dem for go look for funding not to forecast don already no more bastardized government look for funding do an assessment on the free quality education and give the report to government and say when you come here sit down on facts sit down say you don go na Bauman secondary school you don go Buajebu the school feeding program na 33 pikin dem eat today the other pikin dem no eat that is what we want to speak to as a government the last one I respond to the person say me na talk man na talk dem dey pay me for me na director of communications I have to talk if you find out if you go na other radio platforms then me na person wey I dey elevate I dey calm down how the conversation dey na so I dey take am if you raise your voice I dey raise my voice if you count and done I dey count and done so that is all communications method but at the end of the day this man is my brother me no get any malice let people in office oh they kind of radio oh they charge you sef get malice I interact with APC people I interact with civil society buys my brother oh the commander and me they go down the step we talk we exchange numbers that is the spirit we want Sierra Leone for be but all then everybody get for charge for explain I don't know whether somebody can tell me say me ask the one if you tell me say me government not do nothing to be very sincere because I feel say that's unfair to the people of this country if you can't you say this government not do nothing this government a failure measure how you don't tell me say this government don't fail when you don't be say more people in the go school more hospitals than we don't build we dey give more credit facilities to women in this country we dey build more bridges we dey build more roads in this country electricity I be dey not to say dey now then you say no this government don't fail how you measure so if you talk that kind of talk then sometimes I go raise my voice but me na person wey really raise voice.
Okay. All right, bye. You said we'll make a response.
Thank you very much. I just want to go through towards the people that may contribute towards the text. The way they say how for mitigate our civil society with MDS. And we so many times we don't try with the right MDS them for see how best we mitigate with them with some certain issues that they happen towards the MDS. That's why I say I answer back to the last questions where the person asks when you talk about say press release, it's not about press release, it's about a national report. Yes, and a national report where we identify 16 MDAs them, right? We know the work. That's why we can always say the president is a good listener president. But when we identify some of them, I think the board itself it will be glad we pull them in there. So that's why some of us we are talking about our CSOs. We count facts. we count things the way the people in the sea. We see the reality things them. What they affect the nations. What are some of the things where institutions them, MDs them, where the people they expect from them, we don't fail as a nation. Mind you, I'm not talking about President Bio holistically. Don't fail the nation, but we get institutions them. We fail the nation. We comprises as a government. We fail the nation.
So this person again say how you civil society will mitigate corruption at the education sector. It's for give recommendation.
I think say looking at the areas of corruption, one of the things why they try for say as a government or Ministry of Educations, where the teachers and other things, the other sectors and the way they inside it. Waiting at the first way them for do. Therefore, look at the welfare of the individual, the teachers them. If they're looking at the good welfares of the teachers, I don't think say corruption will take it. Right? Looking at areas and when you look at big institutions and when as the civil servants side them, sectors them, you understand? Where they are well paid, but they still they corrupt. My sister, if that person they get 20,000 when a teacher for months, they get all the conditions as them they, their welfare conditions and they. Right, service in the game. I don't think they be corrupt. But looking at the government, then they're looking at they force the teacher for corrupt. And when they're corrupt, they go mention them. But what is that? Notwithstanding that, we are against that. One of the things you as teacher, you instinct and you moral, I believe say that for pass the material. In as much you don't say that teaching says the wrong way, continue for the day and do the good work. Maybe not your salary go good okay with you, but it might be say other behind the corner where because of your good work could support you. But how will they look at corruption a bad disease will not good for your nation.
All right, the program now Unity Broadcasting morning show, plenty thank you to our studio guests by Way Kanaya and from the civil society angle. Now you can talk, and of course Mike Berewa from the office of the president. We talk around the governance system and the way forward, how the bio-led government is done. We appreciate everybody who send a text message. You say if we're not sending a text message, no say this na Unity Broadcasting. The way we na follow we na the way we serve, they be happy. My name is Elizabeth Kefoe Gembe.
Plenty thank you to the technical head David Harding, assistant winner Alfred Pewa, and we camera operator winner Alfred Pewa, and your assistant winner Nelson Koka. Beaucoup thank you to the producer Suleiman Jallo. My name is Maria Marie Bilkif Tobe. Assalamu alaikum, tata.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come. For unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation Salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation Salon.
We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey have so for talk, but waiting they happen.